everybody, Jennifer here. It is September the 10th, 2020, and I'm reading day 17 in Blossom Goodchild's book, The Bridge. And on the way down my dog walk, I was chuckling about the parking lot thing with me. So for years, ever since I can remember, when I've been driving, parking lots are always where I want them. 99% of the time, a parking lot will be exactly where I need it to be. And one of the kids, I think, asked me about it one time, and they said, why do you always get the parking spaces? Like, the parking spaces always show up for you, why? And matter of factly, I said, well, because I assume they're going to be there. I don't know what that is. Probably dirt. I was just in the woods picking goldenrod. I just assume they're going to be where I need them to be. I don't think about it. I just put them where I need to be as I'm approaching. It's something I've always done. Why? Don't know. No idea where it came from, other than just, wherever you go, there'll be a space for you, basically. So this leads me into day 17 of Blossom Goodchild's book, The Bridge. How many times does one question their reality? You as a race have been conditioned to accept that who you portray yourselves to be is that which you really are. Wrong. You become who you think you are by the way you think. For you are aware that what you think then becomes your reality. Which reminded me of the parking spots. But you fail to see that you have not allowed yourselves to think for yourselves. From birth, you have been conditioned to think in a certain manner, a manner that is no longer appropriate. As you awake from your deepened sleep, you start to question this conditioning, this indoctrination. That is what I am after. Find the truth of all things for yourselves. There was a man who proved that the earth was round. Until then, such thoughts were absurd. Think now of your world and the way it is opening up to you in ways that you only once dreamed of, or even more correctly, thought of as absurd. I can see why things need to be proven to a certain degree, but not all things can come about this way. Once it was accepted that your world was round, then that knowledge became a fact. Can you imagine of the things to come, things that already once were, being proven and then becoming fact? I tell you this, there is nothing that is impossible. Absolutely nothing. Look at that concept. You could come up instantly with matters that you would say were exactly that. Impossible, for instance, moving a mountain. From where I sit, this is only a small feat. The mountain is energy. One thing energy is not is static. Therefore, why could it not be moved? It is the way you choose to perceive things that puts limitations upon these possibilities, and they then become impossible. How many limitations do you imagine you have put upon yourselves? Even the smallest things you tell yourselves you cannot do, or you are not very good at it, so you leave it to someone else. Limitation. Expand your minds. Expand the concept of the impossible becoming possible. Does it require faith? No. I say to you, it requires knowledge. It requires the understanding of who you are and your relationship to all things. And here again, I bring up the matter of your separateness. Some of you are grasping that when you work with the universe, it miraculously works back in harmony with you, fulfilling your desires almost immediately these days. Why? Not because you are one of the lucky ones, but because you are beginning to understand the process of life, the oneness of life. When all things start to work in harmony, allowing the energies to blend, how could they work against you? And yet, time and time again, your race criticizes the ways of the world, the tragedies and the disasters. Who brought them about? The human beings that reside upon it. Not me, not me, you would all say. Why not you? Over eons of your time, you are beginning to evolve into recognition of what you once were. But whom have you allowed yourself to be in order to get to this place? Are you sure it was not you that perhaps was on the council in days gone by to bring terror and destruction to another land? Now, I know that that was me, from what I've seen in the work that I do, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. So they continue. Are you sure it was not you who slayed men in the name of God once upon a time? This is uncomfortable. Once upon a lifetime. Yeah, I did. You are all accountable for this world you live in. It is your choice to make it a world of peace, where all living things live side by side in harmony, or whether you make it a place of darkness, where no light can enter in. When humanity is inhumane, where love is void of itself, you choose, my friends. Which is it to be? The world as you see it now is not how it was planned. The world went wrong, and yet, is there such a thing as wrong? Not necessarily. There are choices to be made. The outcome of those choices gives you what you have. If you don't particularly like it, there is nothing stopping you from changing it to how you do like it. Nothing but you and that conditioning. So is wrong wrong? Or is it just another aspect of life? Just another experience? Part of the game? Put yourselves in control. Throw the dice and make your moves. Make the world a better place. It is you who have chosen to live in it. It's day 17 of the bridge. If you'd like more information on Blossom Goodchild and her work, all of her books and her channelings are available on her website, www.blossomgoodchild.com. And she does her channelings with the Federation of Light and the energy known as White Cloud on YouTube as well, with Joe Pina, which is fabulous. Have a marvelous day, whatever you do, and I'll see you again.